Bramborough back with some Grand Tactician Civil War CSA campaign, the 1.06 beta, which I don't think we'll be talking too much about the 1.06 in this episode because we got a battle to fight. End of our last episode, it appears the Union finally decided they didn't like the fact that Kentucky had seceded and the Army of the Ohio under Joseph Mansfield came south from the Cincinnati area into Kentucky. And so we have got Albert Sidney Johnston's Tennessee Army has come east from Louisville to go send them back home, right here around Lexington and Frankfort. I don't know what the name of this battle is going to be. Let's find out. I'm kind of interested to see what map this is going to be because I don't know if I've ever fought a tactical map battle in this area of Kentucky. You can see we got a pretty substantial manpower advantage in this battle. 9,500 men in Mansfield's command. This will be the first combat for any of these troops in our army, but it's going to be the same for Mansfield's army as well. And it's actually giving the Battle of Frankfort. It is giving us a defensive situation. There is one objective which we currently hold pretty much in the middle of the map. Perryville map. I don't think I've ever fought on this one before. Looks kind of nasty. lots of terrain on this one. Not just forests, but slopes and creeks and like mini maps. But this one looks a little bit even more than some of the others. Okay, we're over here on the east. There are no reinforcements for either side. We have 1, 2, 3 entry points. Mansfield has 1 infantry point here. That one's gray, uncontrolled. Okay, well, we know where he is. He's right in here somewhere. And his route to the objective is about as obvious as it gets. Right down the Danville Pike, through Perryville, and down along Hope's Creek. I really can't see that the AI Mansfield would choose any other route. The one outside possibility, not probability, he could come down this Mitchellsburg Road and come this way. That doesn't seem likely. Let's take a look at his army. Army of the Ohio has only 2 divisions in it. Strength of port. So there's 2 brigades, both of them the 2nd Brigade, somehow. One of the second brigade is full size. It's a big unit. The 2nd Division has got 1 cav, 1 infantry brigade. Full size, both of them. He apparently does not have any artillery at all. Okay. So, total of 4 brigades. Whereas we've got more. I think I would. Y'all have seen me fight enough of these now. I would typically kind of, do some breastworks and just kind of, cover all the avenues. I don't think I'm going to do that here. I mean, our deployment zone goes out so far. And this is the only possible place that he could be spawning. Reinforcements can come in on uncontrolled points. Like even scheduled to come in on uncontrolled points. But for the starting army, I've never seen that happen. So he has to be here. Our deployment zone is right here. Matter of fact, I would not be surprised if we could actually get vision on him right here in deployment here. Let's just put this cav up here. See if they can just see him. No, it's not that close. Yeah, some fairly rough terrain in there. Anyway, I'm going to take a few moments and just kind of set my guys up, but my plan is to just kind of set up in here and move forward. And I mean, there's 4 brigades, no artillery. Just pop forward and fight right here. All right, I'll be back. Okay, so I did something slightly different. Same basic idea, but I didn't put them right up in here just and march them forward because there's a lot of not just forest, but uneven ground through here. Cohesion, fatigue, and then I didn't want a bunch of brigades caught in the middle of this, and then it turns out, no, he actually did something a little different and is marching this way or some kind of crap like that. So I've set them back from the edge of the wood a ways here in front of Perryville in open terrain so that if we need to go left or right or what have you, they can move a little bit better. Pierce and Pillows divisions are kind of the front line. And then Magruder's, he's the biggest division, but if I need to send a bunch of guys over this way, you get the idea. Got the artillery limbered up over here. Anywhere in here was just garbage with all the woods. So I'm thinking it's uneven, but at least there's open ground over here for the artillery. And then I've got them right on this road in case it turns out, no, everyone's needed over here. And then they can come back this way. And we'll use the 2 cavalry units to it should be pretty quick to figure out where they're at and where they're going. Okay. these cavalry are only mixed cav weapons. All I had. All I still have, really. And there are some rifles in these brigades, but not quite as many rifles as in the Virginia armies. So there's a lot of Springfield muskets all through. Out of the 7 brigades, at least 4 of them, maybe even 5, have smoothbores. Okay, so this is kind of what I was afraid of. I feel like we should have already spotted him, and now I'm wondering where he is. There he is. Okay. He just started way back actually on the entry point, I guess. All right, fine. Kind of like for him to move, just because of all the force and everything. Let him take the cohesion and fatigue hit. See if he bites on that. Nah, just get the skirmishers to start firing at him. They are in cover. There is that. It is free casualties. I mean, unanswered fire. Those are Mississippi armed skirmishers. I do have 1 brigade of Mississippi's. Doing a good job. That's a fair number of casualties for skirms. Well, I am at 5x. Didn't realize that. Should have Forrest come in here and harass him. But I just told those skirms to go shoot. Now their artillery's got some shots on this unit. Needs ammo. Right, Skirmish is doing a great job there. And this brigade's completely doesn't know which way to go. Dismount. Loose order. Let's do the same thing with the other cav. Okay, Forrest, head on in there. It may not be close enough, we'll see. With his mixed cav weapons. Alright, that guy's not having a good time. wanted these guys to do was just rotate a little bit. Okay, so something's graphically... I don't have that unit selected anymore. That arrow is still there. New sorter. There's just pickets here. Magruder kind of push on up into these brigades now. And we got these cav flanking attacks and loose order going on. Who's this? Okay. Let's bring these pickets in for ammo. Push Pillow's division in. Okay, good deal. Let's bring Bushrod Johnson up here. Okay, yeah, that's pretty lopsided. 1100 to 63. Uh-oh, lost some skirms there. That's all right. Yeah, just pull these skirms in as well. May have cut that too much diagonal. He may do some funky maneuvering. Maybe not. Okay, this brigade is breaking soon. Okay, 52 minutes. Alright guys, keep advancing here. And our guys are going to get tired in here. They're not going to move very fast. He hasn't got the order to advance yet. It's coming. go ahead and mount these cabs back up. See if they can grab some prisoners over here. Low cohesion, tired. I don't know if they're going to be able to. Get them turned around first, so I don't have to give them a retreat order to go that way. Yeah, I think they're kind of bogged up in the forest a little bit there. Forrest, mount. At least you're facing the correct direction. Get some prisoners. Ah, okay. All right. Well, let's see. 3,900. 3,900. Wow. Lost about half his infantry. Looks like Joe Mansfield is going back to Ohio. See how our guys did there. Pretty evenly spread. Pillow's division 7, almost 800, about the same for Pierce's. Magruder was coming through the forest on the other side. Those are the Cav, 435. Ah. Oh, that's casualties inflicted. Okay, so 113 prisoners taken by Magruder's division. That's interesting. All right. Well, that was a pretty good first blood for Johnston's Army of Tennessee. Probably didn't need to take 600 casualties there. Could have taken that a little bit slower instead of pushing into the wood like that. But it's still an awfully... It's probably the most lopsided battle. Well, not possibly, easily the most lopsided battle we've had during this campaign. I don't know, the Battle of Winchester, where I had all the skirmishers that pretty much did all the work themselves. That one was pretty lopsided too. I don't know if it was this much. All right, we got some more rifles. 2,700 more rifles. Of course, some of those could be smoothbores. There you have it, the Battle of Frankfurt. Be interesting to see which way that is now Confederate IIP. So we ain't going there. You might just be coming to Maysville. It's not coming this way or this way. Paintville? No, Paintville is Confederate. So was Grayson. I think he pretty much has to go to Maysville. I don't see any other option for him. Let's just see. I think this is the 5 land victories in a row objective. Oh, that's a new little icon. What's that about? Maybe. Uh-huh. POW camps overcrowded. I don't know how that happened. We only captured 100 guys, and last time we looked at the Madison POW camp, it was, or Columbus rather, it was 0. So that's a little confusing on how it got overcrowded. Not overcrowded by much. So that's going to make Union states angry and increase their support. We don't want that. So here's the question. This button is to parole. But it's all or nothing. I can't parole only 268 prisoners. I have to parole all of them. So no matter how big we make this prison, eventually you reach a point where you just have to send them all back anyway. Not just the excess, all of them. So that's kind of telling me you need multiple camps. Something like maybe 2 that you upgrade to have extra, and then keep 1 tier 1. And that 1 smaller prison camp, that kind of takes the excess as soon as you get this guy here, as soon as you get this warning, then that's the one that you parole from before you fight another battle. And that way the 2 bigger ones No, I don't know if that would work that way either. Prisoners are automatically transferred among all available prisons. But this parole button is camp specific. It won't parole all prisoners total. So it looks like, it seems to me the way to go is multiple prison camps. Which of course is more expensive. Well, I don't want them getting more support, so I'm going to build more prison camps. And in the meantime, I'm gonna parole these guys. I mean, we've got not quite, just call it 1,200, which means we're actually keeping probably 600 guys out of the Union manpower pool. That doesn't seem quite as good as. It doesn't seem worth increasing Union state support. Of course, we don't know, is that across the board in all Union states? Is that specifically, I mean, does the game track what prisoners were taken from what units and therefore what specific states? I kind of doubt that. It's probably just a blanket across the board support. And we don't know how much it is. Or do we? Is that little... Not listed here. What is listed here is who's getting support from the Apostles of Disunion policy. Completely separate thing, but it's a little interesting there that Maryland is listed, but Delaware is not. Both of them being Union slave states. So I'll find that interesting too. It may be too soon for the POW overcrowding to be reflected here. So I'm probably going to parole them, but I'm going to keep them for a little while just to see if that shows up in that. Well, that's another question. Only seeing Confederate modifiers, nothing for the Union. Do we see that? Do we see the Union support modifiers? I don't know why we wouldn't. I mean, we see them all for their national morale, which is down to 63. Let's see, where did that come from? One tactical defeat and then taking Evansville, I guess. Yeah, last time we looked at this tooltip, town occupation was down around 6 or 7. And that's the only major town. We also took Alexandria back. So it was those two combined. Well, crap. Okay. In any case, there you have it, the Battle of Frankfort, consolidating our hold on Kentucky. And that will do for this episode. If you like what I'm doing, leave a like, leave a comment, maybe a sub. But at any rate, thank you very, very much for watching. I appreciate it.